I'm Hannah Weiss, the Education Manager at the Science Museum of Western Virginia, and this is your moment of STEM. And this week, I'm talking about Star Wars. So here's the thing. When most people talk about the science of Star Wars, they talk about what Star Wars got wrong. And yeah, there's a lot. Star Wars got a lot wrong. But hidden in and around all of those false bits of science information, there's actually some things that are true, that are real. And today, we're going to talk about some of my all-time favorite things that Star Wars got right. And one of my favorite ones, is actually Tatooine. So if you remember the movies, the original movies, Luke in the first one is a moisture farmer, which, by the way, it's actually a real thing. But he's a moisture farmer on Tatooine, a desert planet with 2 suns. Now, when Star Wars came out in the 70s, the idea of extrasolar planets outside of our solar system, pretty much were in the realm of sci-fi and fantasy. It wasn't until 20 or more years that we actually had the technology to identify them. And even when we did, we weren't super certain that we would find them around binary, 2-star systems, like Tatooine. In fact, it wasn't until 2011 that we were able to find a planet outside of our solar system that went around a binary star system like Tatooine. However, it was a cold, gaseous planet. But the fact that it's out there means that planets like Tatooine might actually exist. Another thing that Star Wars got right, which is something I love, is the Luke hand. So, Luke's prosthetic hand is really, really cool in the movies, and actually inspired a whole generation of people to get into and work with prosthetics. But what struck me most about his hand was that it responded to stimuli. It responded when it was touched. And just recently, in 2018, scientists and researchers were able to create a soft robot with that same sensory input that could change how tightly it was holding a ball. All right, this last piece of science truth is probably my favorite because it's about Han. So, Han Solo is a smuggler who famously completed the Kessel Run in 12 parsecs, which doesn't make a whole lot of sense. See, a parsec, it's a unit of distance, not actually time. So Han saying he completed the Kessel Run in 12 parsecs is a lot like me saying I can complete a marathon in 23 miles. There's not a lot of sense there. But the way that fans have explained Han being able to do this actually has a lot of really cool science behind it. You see, the way Han completes the Kessel Run in 12 parsecs is by flying super, super close to the Maw, this cluster of black holes at the center of the Star Wars galaxy. And we now know today, we believe, most galaxies form around those clusters of black holes. So, the fact that there are these black holes in the center of the Star Wars galaxy means that it's not so far off what science knows to be true. So I'm Hannah Weiss from the Science Museum of Western Virginia, and you will share this video.